Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. Today's episode is going to be on restoring your exhaust. If you have any little holes like this, basically from your rivets coming all the way out of your exhaust, and this is rattling and shaking all the way around, this is going to show you today how to fix this and how to restore this so it's not all rusted and chalked out. Also going to be looking at the front brake. This right front brake, if you look here, come right around here. If you look right here, this piece will come down and grab you whenever you enter a right-hand curve if you have your leg out. So I'm going to be taking that off today. I also want to just thank each and every one of you that is subscribed to the channel and has kept coming back. I want to just say thank you for all that you've been doing. Super excited to hit 500 subscribers last week. And so I just wanted to thank you for coming and watching us and supporting our channel and letting it grow. We thank you very much for that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this. I'm going to show you how to take off this exhaust and get started restoring it. So you're going to need a 10 millimeter to take off these. So we got that off. Now we're going to take the same 10 millimeter and unscrew over here. Then I'm going to pull this back and I'm going to take this bolt out real quick so that I can undo it from the back side. Got the wrong size. That's going to be a 7 millimeter. Zoom in on this so they can see that. Going to have to twist a little bit. It's going to be on there pretty good from that exhaust heating up and expanding. But this is what I was talking about. If you look right here, and notice my exhaust is just wobbling all the way around. All these rivets are coming out. And so, of course, when you're riding, you hear all this. And so I'm missing rivets here, here. I put this one in just so I could ride the other day. But I'm gonna show you how to take all these out and how to get this back better than new and put some good rivets in here so you don't have to worry about this muffler coming apart again like it did. Also going to be painting this so that it'll look new again as well. So I'm gonna get this little heat shield off of here. And that's a 5 millimeter hex head. Man, I'm sweating like a summer gun right now. It's a little over 100 degrees right now, so it's cooking out here. I'm just gonna be using some Rust-Oleum high heat ultra paint. And so I'm gonna scuff this down with a Scotch-Brite pad real quick. A red Scotch-Brite pad would be best, but I got a gray one and that's what I'm fixing to use. And I'm gonna just get this coated so that it'll look a little bit better than new and I don't have to worry about all that rust showing up. So we're gonna come over to the other side. That's a CRF 110 exhaust. I'm gonna actually be using it to see if the header design is the same as our X Pro, because I might be upgrading to a different header pipe here shortly. But just in case that doesn't work, I'm gonna get this one looking nice and new. So take your Scotch-Brite pad, rub this down real good, scuff everything up, try to get all that old rust off of here. You can get these from like Sherwin-Williams, Walmart, anywhere really. But they scuff up stuff real easily. So you're sanding it, it's just not sandpaper. Makes it a little bit easier on you. All right, so that should be nice and scuffed down. I'm also going to take the bolts that we had, scuff them up and spray them also, since they're kind of corroded. I know it's got to be perfect, but I know it's going to get dirt, go back rusted like it is, but anything to preserve it is what I'm trying to do. So make it look a lot better, So once again, I'm just scuffing this, giving the paint a scratch to stick to. So we're gonna get this painted real quick. Let that sit for just a little while and dry, and then we'll flip it over and then hit this part that's not being hit under here and make sure there's not any other spots that haven't been covered up. But it looks 100% better than it did. Got rid of all that rust and it lasts pretty good. I did this on my son's CRF 50 and it's lasted really well. Well, it's a clone also, but it's done really good, held up really well, and I've been very pleased with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you over to the bike here in just a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut that piece off of the brake lever. All right, so we're gonna take a 10 millimeter and a 10 millimeter here. We're gonna take this lever off, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna deal with this piece that's hanging down. This right here is the piece that I was telling you about that's hanging down, and it'll cut into your thigh whenever you stick your leg out. It'll bite you right about here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this cutoff wheel and I'm gonna cut this off right here. And that way, I don't have to worry about it doing that anymore. I'm gonna take a grinder and I'm gonna grind around this so I can smooth that out so it doesn't look so boogered up. And then I'll just take some black paint and I'll spray that in so it won't look like it's something that somebody just did. All right, so you can see I got all that cut off. Doesn't look bad. No one's gonna be able to notice that. I'm gonna spray a little black paint on the end of that and it'll be fine. And I won't have to worry about this piece gouging into my thigh anymore, so that's gonna be nice. Right, and now you can see that's way better, not hanging down. I might end up trimming this into that just a little bit with my grinder, but other than that, I think it's gonna be great. So that's a quick fix to that big old knuckle that was hanging down before. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and flip this exhaust over and finish painting it. All right, we're back. You'll notice that I made a quick wardrobe change and that we're in the house. You've always heard work smarter, not harder, so that's what we're doing. It's a lot cooler in here in the AC. But anyways, this is a 9/64 drill bit. I'm gonna be drilling out each one of these rivets. Even the ones that are like this, there's still a little bit left in them, so I gotta get them out. If you listen, You can hear something shaking around in there. So I'm gonna get it all the way taken apart, figure out what's going on, shaking in there, and then I'll start putting it back together. So I'm gonna start by drilling these out. All right, as you can see, all the rivets are in. Looks pretty good. I had one of them that didn't do exactly how I wanted to, but it's still holding. So as long as it's still holding, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to drill it back out of there. All the packing was good. Should be good to go. Make sure if the baffle isn't lined up whenever you go to build this again, that part right there has to sit kind of inside of here. If not, it's going to be really hard to get the back end. Well, I guess this is the front end. The front end of this part of your muffler back inside. So that is how you rebuild your muffler. And next time that you see me here in just a second, I'll be putting this all back together on the dirt bike. All right, it's the next day. Pipes dried for over 24 hours, so it should be good to go back on. You can see it looks 100% better than what it did. Don't have that rust everywhere. It's just not a perfect finish, but it looks nice for what it's gonna be on. I'm gonna go ahead and install this the same way in reverse of how I took it off. So stay along, we'll get it back on. Muffler should be good to go. It's not making any noise anymore, so all that rattling and falling apart should be taken care of. So it'll be back to new or better than new. A while back, I told you that I did something so that I could scoot the pipe over so that it wouldn't bottom out on this. So what I did was I took just this and I'm gonna put it between here so that it scoots the pipe over a little bit before screwing it down. And so that's what I'm gonna do again. And so you can see that this holds this over so that there's more room for whenever you bottom. Hopefully you don't bottom your suspension out, but if you do, this allows the tire not to gouge up inside on your muffler. Here you can see what I was talking about. You put all your weight down and it's coming down, the muffler will go beside the tire to where it won't bottom out. Then hit your muffler. All right, so muffler's not rattling. This is still a little shiny, but as you ride it and it gets a couple heat cycles on it, it'll dull on out and look more of like a satin finish. And so that is how you go about restoring this and bringing it back to factory specs or better, not having any more rattling with your exhaust. And that is also how you modify this so that you don't have to worry about it gouging your thigh anymore. So I hope that today's video was helpful. Here shortly, I plan to get a video taking this bike and racing against different CRF 110s, some that are stock, some that are modified, and some that have the big bore kit on them. So that way you'll know where this bike stands with the others. Speaking of the CRFs, I told you that I was going to try this exhaust. This is a stock CRF 110 exhaust off of a 2023, and this header design just does not work with this bike, and the reason is because of this brace that comes through here. And so if you're planning on trying to use a different exhaust, we're gonna have to look into some different styles, because this one was not the one that will work for it. But anyways, hope that you enjoyed today's show. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Remember to like and subscribe if you made it this far, and we'll catch you next time.